it's after I ran like 205 miles, you know?
Right.
Like, man, you're in great shape. I'm like, man, I just don't feel good. Like, walking up the stairs is making me jacked up. So the doctor, Doc Shrek, he's like, you know, gave me EKG. He goes, go to the doctor, get an echocardiogram. So I'm in there getting an echocardiogram, just chilling out in there, and the guy's talking to me, has his little wand in my heart. We're bullshitting about stuff, and when people get quiet, that's fucking not good, man. Yeah. So he's in there, just has his wand in my heart, chilling out. Yeah, man, what are you doing? Yeah, you know, what's going on? And I'm like, and he says, I'll be right back. He goes and gets a doctor. Doctor comes in, puts the thing on my heart. The doctor gets another doctor. Now, I'm just freaking the fuck out. I'm like, okay, because when it comes to your heart, you know, it's a big deal. So they come back in, they say, hey, we can stop the echocardiogram. We need to talk to you out in the hallway. You have a hole in your heart. And the guy didn't know that he knew I was a Navy guy, but I don't think he knew I was a SEAL, because not many black guys are SEAls. And we had a conversation about, you know, we got to fix this real quick. I said, yeah, I mean, then I came up that I was a SEAL. He said, man, you could have died jumping, you could have died diving, you could have died in all this stuff. Because basically, the hole in your heart, if it gets plugged with something, like anything, like, you know, let's say you get a bubble from diving or something like that, you're going to die.
Right.
So I call it luck. I call it luck.
Wow.
So I got through 2 surgeries. They put me back on. I lost.
So they give you the first one,
Yep.
and then when do they realize that it's not good enough?
So they take you back in. You got to get a bubble study, a bubble test. So they like literally send bubbles that way, safe bubbles that way, to see if the bubble goes through your heart. So they have this echocardiogram again, and they hook you up, I think, to IV or something like that, and they throw these bubbles through your heart, and they see if it goes through. After 6 months, when it should have been healed up, the bubble went through. So they had to tell me then, hey, we gotta, you know, you're not good to go. So I had to take a year before I could have another surgery, because
why did it take a year?
that patch had to be completely healed before they can go back in.
But all this time, you knew you had a hole.
Right. So they knew I had a hole because of the heart surgery.
Right, but all this time, like when you're waiting for it to
Yes.
heal, you know you have an extra hole.
Yes, I know I have a hole. Yes.
What were you allowed to do with your body then?
Well, at that time, they go, you know, do how you feel comfortable. And so, you know, the hole's not going to kill you right now, but you can't dive, you can't jump. I pretty much wasn't a SEAL anymore, so I was a recruiter for a period of time. What's crazy about that is before my second surgery, I was actually training for Delta Force. I wanted to go to Delta, and I was ruck running a lot. And before my second
ruck running, you mean you're running with a pack on?
Yeah, a pack on my back with some weight on it.
How heavy is the pack?
50, 60 pounds.
And you run with that on?
Well, you're supposed to hike or hump, like ruck humping.
Right.
I ran with it because you know, that's what I did.
Right.
So the day of heart surgery, I did a ruck run.
Jesus
because
Christ.
I knew I was gonna be out of commission for a while. So fuck it, man. I gotta get my last one in, dude.
Jesus Christ.
So all I could do, I have my training log. So after my second heart surgery, all I could do was walk. So I became an ultra walker.
Wow.
Fucking walked my fucking ass off. You know, my first bubble study after my second heart surgery came back negative or positive. The bubble went through again.
Oh no.
And they're gonna have to crack me open.
Oh man.
But over that period of time, my heart healed around that thing nicely, and I passed the second bubble test.
So the first bubble test was how long after? A year?
It was, so the first bubble test after the first surgery was
Right.
6 months.
And then you had to go through a full 6 months after that for it to
Right.
totally heal. Then you have the second heart surgery.
Right.
And when does the bubble test fail after the second heart surgery?
It was about 6 months.
Jesus Christ.
And they said, and the doctor looked at me and said, you know, I'm sorry to inform you, man, we're going to have to crack your chest open the next time to really get in there. And so I sat back thinking this could be a third heart surgery. And then
that one.
they said we have to wait for 6 months to see if this thing's going to close up.
Right.
And I came back thinking, man, I'm about to get cracked the fuck open. And that bubble got pinned up, man.
Wow.
Didn't go through.